Say hello to the bad guy.
Hey, yo.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me lay face down.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? Say hello to the bad guy. So this video is going to be a little bit different. Today, we're not going to be talking about an NES game. We are going to be taking a look at the New Wave Toys Ghosts and Goblins 1/6 scale arcade cabinet. This thing just showed up in the mail today. As you can see, it is still sealed tight. So I figured it might be kind of fun. I don't know if there's any reviews out there on this thing, but I figured it'd be pretty fun to take a look at this thing. Open it up, get my initial unfiltered reaction to the thing, and just putting it out there. I did purchase this with my own money. This was not a review, this cabinet. This was not given to me. No, I bought it as a fan way back in the early spring. This is my very first New Wave Toys product. Now, if you were at the Cleveland Gaming Classic this past weekend, September 23rd and 24th, you would probably got to see this and a bunch of other New Wave products that look absolutely fantastic. We got to check this out a little bit while I was there. Not a whole lot because, it was real busy and you don't want to sit there and hog it all. But I knew mine was coming any day now. And I got home and here it was. So I figured, why not open it up, check it out, make a little bit of a video about it. And that way, anybody out there who is thinking about buying one of these that haven't yet, you might get a better idea of what you're actually dealing with. And like I said, first one I've ever bought myself. So maybe it'll entice me to buy more, or some of their other products that have came out. If you guys saw anybody else's videos, you saw the new Coke machine that's out there, the little cigarette machine, the skee ball machine, which I saw them all in person, got to touch them and mess around with them. They are really, really cool. So I know from seeing this it was pretty cool, but I, like I said, didn't get to play it too much. So we'll open this thing up, check it out, get my initial unbiased reaction and opinion on this thing, and excited to get to share it with everybody. Alright, so we are going to open this thing up. Never been opened before. See what the Ghosts and Goblins cabinet is like in person. I mean, how accurate it is to the original. It comes with two games, Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts. I chose the Ghosts and Goblins skin, even though I kind of like the Ghouls and Ghosts skin better. But to me, Ghosts and Goblins is by far the more iconic game. You can see this thing. I mean, it's 6 scale. So the box, as you can see, is pretty big. I don't know if I should be careful with this, but hopefully there's another interior box. If not, I'm just straight up destroying this. Oh, it already looks cool. Got Arthur right on the front with the javelin, which was the your primary weapon, which was the first weapon that you get when you start the game before they start giving you upgrades. Which I never really, I never minded the javelin. Now, the best weapon on the game is clearly the knife. And it was always hard to come by, at least when I played it. They always seem to want to give you that stupid fireball. So there we go, look at this thing. Now I'm going to be really, really careful when I open this box up, when I slice the plastic. I'm probably not going to keep this thing in its box. It's probably going to be set on a shelf here somewhere in my basement. But I'm definitely going to save this box. So very carefully slice the plastic. Yeah, I mean, geez, just the box in itself looks cool. I didn't get to see the box whenever I was at the Cleveland Gaming Classic. They had all the cabinets out on display, and the ones that they didn't have on display that were for sale, they had in these boxes here. So Alright, now very carefully, I'm going to try to open this thing up. Okay, so through much struggling, and trying to open it this way, I see that it just... the side opens up. And I know I cut a lot of that out, but you would be surprised how long I sat there trying to struggle to open this thing without tearing it, and then all of a sudden it just folds open like that. Ugh, I swear sometimes. So it's obviously very tightly packed. I mean, that's some nice thick soft foam. There's a foam panel on top. So you got the instruction manual first. Looks like some sort of a cable. I don't know if that's like a tether. Oh look, I don't know if you can see this, but the little coins. That's right. This thing takes coins. I think, if I remember, the guys at the New Wave Toys booth at the Cleveland Gaming Classic said that this was the first cabinet that they made that took the little coins. And it looks like you got your joystick toppers right there. So yeah, here's starting to open this thing up. Remove some of this foam. I don't know if I'm gonna have to build this thing, or if it's gonna need charge, if I can just plug it straight in and go. If it takes batteries, I have no idea. But we will find that out together. Close the box back up, because as I said, the box is almost as cool as the cabinet. Almost. Man. Okay, so this thing is pretty freaking cool. Alright, so the first thing I'm noticing right now is that the joystick is nice and it's firm. The one I played at the Cleveland Gaming Convention, it was extremely loose. Now, clearly that's probably because of the display model. People just come up to it and are rough with it. You know, there were kids and stuff there. I was a little concerned that I'm like, geez, I hope the joystick quality and stiffness is better than that. And it already appears that it is. So I know it's going to be hard because of the lighting, but the monitor, I know it's not a CRT, but it is definitely designed to look that way. I mean, the cabinet itself looks amazing. Look, there's even a little padlock on the back. I mean, I know this. Obviously, there's your speaker. It does not open, it's just for decoration, but I mean, the attention to detail on this thing is just, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, so initial reaction, here's your coin doors. Buttons, actually, you can push the buttons in. Don't know what they do. Okay, so the button on the right, you can push in. The button on the left, you cannot. You got your little other coin door right here, or the change door. I don't believe that opens, but when you put the coins in, they come out the bottom. So we're going to see if this thing powers on or if it needs charge or plugged in. Alright, so I didn't have to plug this in. I was getting everything out to plug in, but it turned right on. And first thing I'm noticing is the sound is very good on this. Like, I don't know if it's coming through to the camera, but I didn't adjust it at all. That's good sound. It's loud. Alright, so the sound is turned up the whole entire way. But look at that, man. The marquee looks really good. The gameplay looks perfect. So yeah, the sound is the whole way up. On the very top of it, you got your power button, you got your volume button. On the back, on the bottom, your USB ports, power, your charge port, HDMI. And the cool thing is the HDMI is so you can actually plug a controller into this. You can play it with the controller. Pretty sure you can turn it. You can plug it into your television, play it through there. But of course, I'm gonna play it for the first time on the arcade. Yeah, look, you see the screen. I mean, that's... Try to get it to focus here. Maybe. Like, it is meant to look like a CRT monitor. How cool is that? So we're going to look at this thing, you know, and we'll put up the, compare it to the original. Man, it looks pretty sharp. You even got that waterfall deck. I mean, the buttons are... They're stiff. They're not cheap. The joystick, like I said, that's cool. Yeah, you got your jump, your fire buttons. You got your first and second player. Yeah, different color joystick toppers. The only thing I noticed, and I'm going to say this is a flaw. Check out the sticker here. All right, so the sticker on the side looks pretty good. This one here, crooked. Now, I know that's not... nothing wrong with the cabinet or the game itself. It's just a cosmetic thing. But, yeah, I mean, you got the sticker on straight here. It's a little bit crooked on that side. I'm a stickler for that kind of detail. You know, especially when it comes to something like that. But that's minor. That's something that's not the build of the cabinet. And I'm sure every single one of them is going to be different like that. You know, it's just somebody that's sitting there putting a sticker on just wasn't very careful. But for what I paid for it, I think it was $150. So far, I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to open up the coins. We got 3 bags of coins here. 4 coins in each bag. So that's obviously a total of 12 if you can do math. I don't think the coins do anything as far as letting you join the game. I think they are just for the novelty factor. And my God, they're tiny as can be. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be able to even put this in the coin door, but I can already see that there may be some coins getting lost. So I'm probably going to keep these in the bag. But there you go. Oh, it's inside there. It's stayed in. So maybe this thing does open up. So obviously there's got to be a way to get them out of there. But anyways, hitting the other coin door, or the other coin button. That's how you get into the game, I guess. All right, then you hit 1 or 2 player. Oh, here we go. So we're going to try this thing out. Oh boy. Yeah, killing them zombies. That's right, you get hit, you lose your armor, get right into your underwear. That was close. So, for being so small, this thing is playing very well. Like, it straight up feels like I'm playing Ghosts and Goblins. Which, well, I mean, I guess technically I am, but look, there's the weapon you don't want right there. Get out of here with that stupid fireball. Jump over that thing. Avoid that thing like the plague. Oh, man. Get up there, Arthur. I don't know why I always choose to go up top, but... because you gotta kill that flower, because if you don't, it just sits there and shoots at you. I guess it's not a flower. Is it a snake? I don't know. Oh, crap. Here's the part that used to get everybody up here. When the gargoyle. There's a trick to it, though. If you catch him right as he gets on screen, you can get 4 or 5 hits in on him. Yep, and then I just blew it. Love how it shows you the whole map. Oh, I guess I didn't reach a checkpoint because now I'm back at the beginning. Lost my armor because I'm trying to sit there. Of course, there's some sort of an item right there. I can't get it because it lands right on a freaking gravestone. we'll see if I can get into, at least beat the gargoyle. Oh. Alright, so we'll end this one. Alright, so we're going to fire this thing up again. Try to get to, ghouls and ghosts. So when this thing starts up, it says in the instruction manual, press player 1, player 2 button at the same time to enter menu. So, okay, so it's doing its whole startup thing. Alright, so it starts up in Ghosts and Goblins, naturally. But if you press 1 and 2 together, there we go. Game selection, Ghosts and Goblins. Okay, your options. Turn your marquee on and off, your screen brightness, difficulty level, scan lines, starting amount of lives, where you get your bonuses, and it shows your little battery indicator down there. So now a highlighted game selection. There you go. Choose your game, Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts. So I'm on Ghouls and Ghosts. Alright, the fire button gets into the game, so then it starts going through a startup procedure again. And here we are. Hit the coin button. I'll try to give a little demonstration of this one. So, similar story. Didn't really play this game too much as a kid. They had Super Ghouls and Ghosts for the Super Nintendo. That's where my experience with this game comes. I don't think I've ever played the arcade version of this game. But after playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super Nintendo, they both play very, very similarly. Uh-oh. And I do, if I remember correctly... Oh, crap. Yeah, those chests, I mean, sometimes they'll give you armor. Oh, that's right, you can throw up also. Yeah, so they definitely made some improvements over the original. I mean, graphically, clearly you can see that. I know that, like, the treasure chest thing is cool because they give you your chances at picking up armor are a lot better in this one than there were in the original. And I think you can also upgrade your armor. See, look, there's... Okay, so I got my armor back, which is damn near impossible in the original version. Oh, look, and there's a sword up there. I can't remember what that does, but hopefully I can get it in time. Oh, yeah, okay, so you can get weapon upgrades, too, that are a lot different than the original version, which... Oh, I died. They show the world overview here, the map. And if you know anything about either one of these games... They're good, I mean, but they are just brutally hard. I mean, the first one's hard. This one's even harder, I think. But they're so fun, though. That's the thing. You know, it's not like one of those games that is just annoyingly hard. Like, this game will sit here and kick my ass left and right. But I have a lot of fun playing it. And that's why, and I've always loved Ghosts and Goblins. I was a huge fan of it for the NES, even though it, again... was insanely difficult, but I still always played it. And that's why when I, you know, a lot of the other new wave products, the arcades anyways, I didn't really have much interest in them. I mean, I'm not going to say that I didn't like the games, but a lot of them were before my time. I mean, 1942, you know, even Space Ace and Dragon's Lair and like Q*bert, even things like that. They were a little before my time. I didn't really play them too much, but I do have a lot of fondness for Ghosts and Goblins, and that's whenever I learned that they were going to be releasing these things, I was like, you know what? Well, if I'm going to get one, I'm going to get one that I want and that I know that I'll play and I'll enjoy. And I mean, come on, look at the cabinet. It's just the artwork looks cool as hell. So, final thoughts on this thing? It's cool. It is really, really cool. For $150, I think it's worth it. Geez, the attention to detail on it is amazing. I mean, it's firm, it's sturdy. I mean, this thing's got a little bit of weight to it. Said getting to see it in person over the weekend was cool. That I actually got to take a look at the cabinet before it showed up. Not that it was, I mean, it would have been too late anyways, but I always, could have returned it. I'm extremely satisfied and happy with this thing. It's going to go right up on my shelf. It's going to be displayed. It's going to be played. I mean, like I said, I paid for this myself, so believe me, if I was unsatisfied with it, I'll trash it, But it's, you got the Capcom logo on the bottom. There's really nothing that I could say to complain about this thing, The joystick's good, the buttons are good, the game was playing well. I mean, it's difficult to try to talk and play a game like this because the controls are small. I mean, so you got big hands. It's kind of difficult. So I'm curious to try to play this thing on the TV or with the controller. But other than that, I mean, yeah, my only complaint really was just like the lack of care on the sticker. The fact that it's crooked. I mean, it's gonna eat at me a little bit. The fact that I look at this thing, hold this thing straight, and that sticker is just tilted just a little bit. But like I said, it's only on the one side. The other side is good like this. But yeah, I mean, the fact that they made the monitor resemble a CRT. They got the waterfall deck. I mean, the marquee looks good. The sound was really good. The cabinet is sturdy and it's built solidly. The coin doors light up. You got the little teeny coins that you put in there. Still haven't figured out how to get those out yet, but we'll deal with that at another time. But geez, for my first New Wave Toys product, they sold me. I'm a fan, and after seeing some of these other ones there over the weekend, I already know in the back of my mind that I'm interested in a couple of these things. Maybe not so much the arcades, but some of their other products like the Bluetooth speaker boombox. I mean, that thing looks really cool, not gonna lie. That may be my next one. That Coke machine looks amazingly cool. The only problem is trying to figure out a place to put all this stuff. But yeah, I'm a fan of this. This is fantastic. If any of you guys were on the fence, it's worth the money. It really is. It looks great, and it actually plays really well too. Sounds really well. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this cabinet specifically because it's the one I have, and it's the only one I can really speak for. But from what I've seen of the other ones, they're just as good as this. You're not going to feel ripped off once you get it. You're going to get your money's worth out of it. So if you haven't ever heard of New Wave Toys, check them out because, yeah, these things they're legitimate. They are the real deal, and they look great. And I definitely plan on buying more in the future. So thanks for watching.